This is one of the great questions. What happened after the cross, but before the resurrection? What happened during that time period? Did Jesus actually descend into hell, into the netherworld? And if he did he suffer there in hell? When Peter in Acts 2 says that the cords of death or the pangs of death couldn't hold on to him, is that what it's referring to? Look at what Paul says in Ephesians chapter 4, verse 9. It says that he ascended, the words he ascended, what does it mean, speaking of Jesus, but that he had also descended into the lower regions, the earth. Now, some translations render it like that, meaning he came down from heaven into this earth. These are the lower regions, the earth. Others understand it to say the lower earthly regions, in other words, hell, the netherworld. As I understand it, based on 1 Peter 3, that says that he preached to the spirits in prison, that after he died, he did descend into the netherworld, but not to suffer. Remember what he said on the cross, it is finished. Our redemption was fully and absolutely paid for. It is finished. At that moment, nothing more needed to be done. Our sins were paid for by Jesus' substitutionary death on the cross. What I understand is that he descended into the netherworld and declared his victory. Where it says preached, it's not the word for preach the gospel. He made declaration to the spirits in prison. Those demonic powers, beings, angelic beings that had fallen, whoever they were previously in prison. And maybe they're thinking, one day we'll get out of here, Satan's going to win. Jesus descends into the netherworld and declares his absolute victory. And he takes the keys of hell and death and now ascends to the heavenlies in triumph. In Colossians 2, makes an open show of the demonic powers. He went to hell, meaning he descended to the netherworld, declared his glory, and declared in that sense it is finished in the netherworld as well. And therefore, we walk in that extraordinary victory today over the powers of darkness.